Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is Mike's Talks and Thoughts here. Today I'm going to be introducing you guys to a new series that's going to be on the channel. This is going to be for 2022 and it is going to be called The Holiday Highlights. Now for this series, I'm going to be talking about TV holiday related episodes. So this first episode here is going to be for New Year's Eve / New Year's, and I'm going to be doing them throughout 2022. I'm going to be highlighting 5 episodes for you to watch that is related to the theme of the holiday. So I'm going to be doing, of course, New Year's, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, 4th of July, and then for the big holidays like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, I will be doing 10 episodes for those. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this new series that I have planned for you guys. Hopefully you guys really like holiday related episodes like me. I always try to watch stuff around the holidays, just puts me in a good mood. But yeah, so let's get into it. So first off, before I get started with this New Year's list, I wanted to mention as an honorable mention, Modern Family's New Year's Eve episode. It was number 6 on my list. It was really tough to decide between all of these, but that was one I had to leave off the list, but I did want to give it a shout out as an honorable mention. But coming in here, highlighting at number 5, I have Friends, the one with the routine. Now, this is just a great classic Friends episode, you know. It's really shined high by Ross and Monica, of course. This is one where, you know, Joey and this girl this girl invites Joey and Ross and Monica, and they go to this dance taping, and then the best part of the episode is, of course, when Monica and Ross do the dance or the routine, which is something that they've done since, you know, they were little. It's just such a great heartwarming New Year's Eve episode. New Year's Eve. There was another Friends episode though, too, the one with the resolutions. I almost put that one on here because that was just a nice heartwarming episode as well. But I wanted to pick this one from Friends because I just feel like I like it a little bit more. So I'm going to put the routine here as my number 5 highlighted episode for the new year. Coming in here at number 4, I actually have a finale, and that is going to be That 70s finale, That 70s Show finale. This is just great because it marks the end of the 70s. That's what the episode's mainly about. Of course, it mainly talks about, you know, wrapping up the show and all the characters and what's going to happen with them. But I love the end scene when they're all in the basement and they said, last one upstairs has to call Red a dumbass. And then they race up the stairs, and of course, Kelso is the one that loses and has to call Red a dumbass. But they don't show that, but they show at the very end with the license plate. That's very iconic how it turns from 79 to 80. It's just a great New Year's episode. You know, Katie throws a New Year's party. Eric comes back after being gone for the whole season. I really enjoyed this finale. It's one of my favorites and one of the ones I like watching on New Year's. Coming in here at number 3 for my holiday highlights, New Year's Eve edition is going to be The Office Ultimatum. Ultimatum from The Office. This is a great one, and this is one of my favorite ones from the later seasons. This is a season 7 episode, and of course the main premise of that title is Holly is with another guy at this time. She's back in Scranton, and you know, Michael's trying to kind of get with her, and she's told people in the office that she has an ultimatum, whether if her boyfriend at the time doesn't propose, then she's going to break things off. And you find out that she doesn't have the ring, and Michael celebrates, but then you find out that she never ended up asking him and never ended up breaking up with him. And then Michael ends up, you know, being sad throughout the whole episode and, you know, kind of taking on everyone else. But then eventually all comes together at the end. And I also really like this episode with the New Year's resolutions with Pam, kind of trying to get everyone in a New Year's resolution mood. And it's just a really great, funny episode. I love the scene with Michael is trying to force Kevin to eat the broccoli. Just great. One of my favorites, of course, from the later seasons of The Office. Coming in here at number 2, I have Da Boom from Family Guy. This is my all-time favorite Family Guy episode. Now, Family Guy is a show I don't really get to talk a lot about on my channel just because I haven't seen the entire series, but I have seen a good amount of the episodes from Family Guy, and this is definitely my favorite. Of course, this is a Y2K sort of episode with the chicken coming in and warning Peter that there's going to be a major event or tragedy that's going to happen in Y2K. They're the end of the world, and basically they end up living in this basement sort of cellar, and then they come out and see like all this destruction that's happened, and then of course Peter and the chicken fight. One of the most iconic scenes in all Family Guy. This is just a great episode that really embodies what people thought Y2K was going to be. I was born in 2000, already after Y2K had happened, but I've heard from people that they thought the world was going to end, or everything was going to shut down. So yeah, just a great Family Guy episode, and one of my favorites and my personal favorite of all time. But coming in here at number 1, a show I hold near and dear to my heart that I talk about all the time to you guys, that's going to be How I Met Your Mother, the limo episode. This is a classic episode from season 1. It's in my top 20 episodes for sure of all time from How I Met Your Mother. I absolutely just love this episode. The whole gang kind of gets together for a New Year's, and they go to a whole bunch of New Year's parties. And of course, this is still following Ted trying to get with Robin. Barney with his playlist, Shot Through the Heart. Great. And then while they're going around these parties as well, they find someone who they think is Moby, who's like a sort of famous person. But then you find out it's like really not him, and he's an imposter, and he has like a gun on him. And it's really crazy. And then of course at the end it's really great because Robin and Ted have kind of been Ted was supposed to be coming with someone else, and then Robin ends up going with someone, but then she ends up making it back right at the end, and Ted's all depressed because she's with this guy, and he doesn't think he's going to get his New Year's kiss, and then she comes out, and that was their kiss for New Year's. So it's just a great ending, really built on that story of Ted and Robin in the first season. Barney's great in it as well. Marshall and Louie, I love this scene when Louie's hanging out of the limo and is calling for Marshall, and Marshall says it back to her, and it's like how they're just so connected. My favorite New Year's or New Year's Eve related episode for the holiday highlights. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys like this new series on my channel. Again, leave down below an episode that I didn't mention for your favorite New Year's or New Year's Eve related episodes for TV. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace out.